Well, what's up, everybody, and welcome to What's Up with Dr. A. Nathan Young. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so glad that all over the place you're telling me how this ministry is blessing you and how you're tuning in and how you can't wait to see it on Sunday mornings. We thank God that this ministry is blessing so many people all over this region, and we thank God for the fruit that it's going to produce in your life. We're going to go into our 11 a.m. service at our Covington campus right now. Meet us right back here in 26 minutes. I can't wait to see you. So this week, man, we're doing something different. We're answering your questions, and the questions that you've been turning in over the course of the last month while we've been in this series called It's Complicated. And I'm going to jump right in. I'm going to say right off to you, I'm not going to have enough time to answer all of the questions that came in because we got quite a few of them. I've been answering them on Facebook Live. I'm answering some of them today. First question is, can a relationship survive without communication? A lot of times we point to communication as the problem in relationships. But I need you to hear me on this. Communication in a relationship is never the root problem. I'm going to say that again. Communication in a relationship is never the root problem. Watch this. Communication is always beautiful as long as my expectations go met. Communication only becomes a problem when I have unmet expectations. When my expectations don't get met, that's when me and my spouse or my significant other or my boss or my sisters and my brothers, my mama, my daddy, whoever, when we tend to have communication problems. Now, watch this. Here's the deal. When expectations do go unmet, now communication becomes vital. And our communication in those cases can either help the problem get solved or they can make the problem worse. And what we got to be careful of is when expectations go unmet, we got to make sure that we communicate those unmet expectations in a way that solves the problem and doesn't make it worse. What do you mean, Pastor? What I mean is how I communicate that my expectations are not being met is important toward getting a resolve to it. For instance, when I approach that person in a way like I'm attacking them, I cannot be surprised when they go into defense mode. When I approach them like I'm ready to go to war, I can't be surprised when they pull out their weapon. If I approach them like I'm ready to fight, I can't be surprised when they put up the dukes. And so how I communicate that my expectations when unmet is important. Watch this. For instance, don't use words that tear them down. That's why it's important that I don't operate out of my feelings, even when my expectations have gone unmet. If I operate out of my anger, if I operate out of my disappointment, if I operate out of my frustration, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to use words that come out of my anger, out of my frustration. And watch what Colossians 3:8 says. But now you must put them all what? Away. Put them away. What does he want us to put away? Anger, wrath, malice, slander, and obscene what? From your what? Notice what he says. From your what? Now watch this. Most of the time when you look at the obscene talk, that's the only thing you connect to the from your mouth. But he makes this list and he said put all of them away from your mouth. So watch this. Put anger away from your what? Put wrath away from your what? Put malice away from your what? Put slander away from your what? And obscene talk away from your what? So when I'm communicating, it is important that I don't communicate in anger. That I don't say words of anger. That I don't speak things of anger. Watch this. That I don't speak things of wrath. What are things of wrath? I could just kill you right now. What you just said was, let's go to what? Let's fight, baby. Malice. What is malice? It's when I put them down with my words. What is slander? When I done told the whole church what my wife did me. I got to let everybody know what this person did. Why does he say put that away? The reason why he says put that away is because the more people you tell about the problem, the harder it is to recover from the problem. Because now your pride swells up. And everybody you know, everybody you told, in your mind, they got to know that you got them back. That's why it's important that when it comes to your problems, you need to keep your mouth what? Come on, somebody. And only tell people who can help you. See people putting their business all on Facebook. The whole world know y'all arguing and fighting. And you can tell this one that I said, you know where I'm at, pull up. Can I just talk straight? And the ones who always saying pull up, the first one to get beat down. Because everybody know the ones who talk the most can't fight. But now you told the whole world that me and so-and-so got a problem, so watch what your pride tells you. Your pride tells you that you got to save face. Your pride tells you you got to let the world know you got them back. That's why you got to keep your mouth what? Keep it shut. Keep it closed. Don't be slandering anybody. Obscene talk. What is obscene talk? You have a problem, you cuss them out. Come on, Christians don't cuss them out. We just put them down in the name of Jesus. No. You want to use words even when you're having difficulty in your relationships that build up. Not words that tell people what? Down. Ephesians 4:29 reads this way. Let no corrupting talk come out of your what? But only such as is good for doing what? Building up as fits the what? Well, Pastor, what kind of words would be good for building up on the occasion that I'm mad or on the occasion that we're having difficulty in our relationship? What words fit that occasion? I'm going to tell you, a lot of times you know what to do, you good to do? Speak the words that you want to see. A lot of times when my kid mess up, when one of my kids mess up, you know what I tell them? You better than that. You're a better man than that. You're a better woman than that. You're a better kid than that. The reason why I expect more from you is because you're better than that. And now you give them a bar to live up to, as opposed to putting them down. You want to speak words that build up so they may give grace to the hearer. James 1:19 reads this way. Know this, my beloved brothers, this is where communication goes awry. Be quick to do what? Hear. Be quick to hear. And be slow to what? Speak. Open your ears and shut your mouth. But Pastor, they wronged me. That's even more reason why you got to open your ears and shut your mouth. Why? Because we've all had occasions where we thought it was one thing, and then when we finally slowed down to listen, we found out it was something totally what? Totally different. But now you done tore up the house. Quit the job. Cussed everybody out in the workplace. Come on, somebody. You done broke up with them for the 51st time. And now you're like, I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, be careful. Slow down long enough to listen and hear them out. Hear them out. Watch this. And don't listen so that you can respond. I'll say that again. Don't listen for the purpose of gearing up to respond. What does that mean? Because a lot of times we listen, and what we're listening for is our opportunity to attack them again. See you lying again. Listen for the purpose of understanding. It says, be quick to listen and slow to what? Watch this. Sometimes before you speak, you got to do what I tell you all the time. You got to hit the pause button. Listen, everything you got to say don't have to be said right now. Sometimes you got to take a step back. Go take a ride. Chill out. Calm down. Come back to it a few days or a few weeks, however long it takes for you to approach it. And listen, watch this. If you're on the opposite side of that, because some of us don't like when the other people take their time. You want to talk about it right now. And then when they cuss you out, your feelings hurt. Am I talking right? If they say I need some time, give them some what? Let them take their time. Why does it have to be discussed on your time? You're not God. Maybe part of the problem in the relationship is everything got to be done on your time. The way you say do it. And if it ain't done the way you say do it, then it ain't done right. Next question. Should attraction matter if they treat you like gold? All right. Let me just say this. They don't have no Bible verse to cover this. So what I'm about to tell you comes from the book of Nathaniel, 51st chapter and the 33rd verse. But listen though. but listen. Looks ain't everything. It's true. Looks are not what? You can't go based solely on looks, right? However, don't totally ignore the what? The looks. Why? Because you got to wake up to them. Yeah, man. And some of y'all need to be in jail for false advertising. These Snapchat filters gonna get somebody killed. I'm telling you, it's coming. Listen though, you gotta be attracted to them some kind of way. Listen to me, please. You got to. And like with me, like Joyce is like not like what I'm usually attracted to, but she's beautiful to me. She's fine to me. She got it going on. Right? But here's the deal. You got to be attracted to him in some kind of way. In some kind of way. Because, like I said, like you... No, I'm serious. Like you got to sleep with him. Amen. Watch this. Don't set yourself up. Right? Don't set yourself up to get in your marriage and then because you're totally unattracted, you step out or have your attention drawn away from the person that you're in covenant relationship with. And please don't get me wrong, I'm going to say this again. Looks are not what? They're not everything. But it's got to be something. If it ain't nothing but she got good hair in the back. Right here is, don't nobody know but me and my baby. Oh man, y'all crazy, bro. If you know you're doing nothing as far as cheating on your spouse, but he or she continually accuses you of cheating, and now has went as far as going through your stuff, what do you do? All right, this is what you do. No, but listen to me. I would have to know more, because were there cheating issues in the past? And if there were cheating issues in the past, I don't mean this in a callous way, but you kind of set yourself up for that. And people think, or not even cheating issues. Have you demonstrated to that person that they can't trust you? See, in our minds, if I demonstrate to him or her that I can't trust them, they can't trust me in the finances, then that doesn't have anything to do with they can't trust me with other people. But watch this. Once trust has been eroded, it don't matter what area trust has been eroded in, the foundation is that trust has been eroded. And if I send a message to them that I can't be what? Trusted, then that invades all areas. It doesn't just stick to one what? Area. In their minds, I can't what? And if I can't trust you, in my mind, there's no telling what you might what? Do. So watch this. If there has been issues in the past, I would say to you a couple of things. Go overboard. Go overboard in establishing trust with them. Watch this. And don't do things that would cause them to question whether or not they could trust you. For instance, how come they can't have the password to your phone? Why not? I'm just telling you how they thinking. Why not? How come they can't have access to the bank account? You married to them? Why not? I just went down somebody's road. Why not? It creates trust issues. And I'm not telling you nothing I ain't living. I don't have a computer. I don't have a phone. I don't have an iPad. I don't have a device that Joycelyn doesn't have access to. And the same vice versa. So watch what happens as a result. I got access to it. And because I know that I can go check it anytime, guess how often I check? I don't. Because I fully trust her. Same thing vice versa. But when you make it look like you got something to her, now I'm going to wonder what you got to. Come on, somebody. You ain't got to do it. You ask me. I'm telling you. All right, check this out. Where's the line between work it out and walk away? Well, it depends. Are you single? If you're single, that line is wherever you draw it. And here's the deal, single people. Y'all look up here. I know we got a lot of single people in here. See, the problem is the reason why that line gets blurred for you is because you treat temporary stuff like it's permanent. And when you treat temporary stuff like it's permanent, now you set up permanent house, permanent kids, permanent finances based on something that has no permanent commitment, and so the line is blurry to you. You gotta not treat it like it's permanent until it's what? Permanent. And now when you get ready to walk away, we ain't gotta separate no bank accounts. Come on, somebody. We ain't gotta split up all our stuff. We ain't gotta do all this. And now, if he start acting crazy or she start acting crazy, or if they don't, if I just feel like, you know what, I don't want it no more, then I can say,
I'm out. That's all, folks. Well, why? Because I ain't got to have a reason. Because I'm single and you're getting on my nerves. That's all the reason you got to have when you're single is I don't want to. Amen. Now, are you married? If you're married, where's the line between work it out and walk away? If you're married, that line don't exist. If you're married, there's one line, work it out. Amen. Well, what about divorce? God hates it. What if they cheated? He still hates it. Amen. Well, what if they keep cheating? Go to counseling. And wait till God say walk away. Because God does say that infidelity is grounds for divorce. However, he also said he expects you to forgive. So when do I walk away? When God releases you from the marriage. And here's the deal. If you're married and you've already walked away, God expects you to act like you're married until you ain't no more. Woo! Woo! Well, we separated and been that way for a long time. Where's the certificate of divorce? Because until you have a certificate of divorce, in God's eyes, you are still what? Act like it. And besides that, you ain't got no business dating nobody anyway. Why, Pastor? Number one, because you still married. And what if you still married, even though you separated or whatever, what that means is you hadn't resolved the issues from the last relationship. So why are you in another relationship if you hadn't resolved the issues from the last one? All that's going to do is complicate the relationship that you're in. And so that's why your Facebook status say it's complicated. Get it uncomplicated. Shut whatever you got going down until you are no longer what? Oh, y'all ain't liking me today. All right. Well, the other thing is, if you're single, you got an opportunity. Opportunity to do what? Run, Forrest. Amen. How do you work in a relationship with only one person willing to meet you halfway? Let me say this to you. There's no such thing as halfway in a relationship. People say marriage is 50-50. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Sometimes marriage is 100 to nothing. Sometimes it's 90-10. Sometimes it's 80-20. Sometimes it's 60-40. It's never 50, hardly ever, I should say, 50-50. So get rid of the expectation that it ever will be. Sometime in marriage, you are called to sacrifice more than your spouse. Sometime in marriage, you got to pull all of the weight if this marriage is going to survive. You got to step up when they won't step up, and make sure that you're being the person that God wants you to be, so that God can intervene in the marriage and bring it to where he wants it to be. If you're single and they're not meeting you halfway, run, Forrest. It's your chance, I'm telling you. The old saying is, there is someone for everyone. Yet in reality, women outnumber men about 20-1. Well, first of all, I want to know where you got that statistic from. I wonder if it's true. It might be a real statistic. I can't see it, but it could be. The question is, how can women live happily single in today's society without feeling like an old maid? First of all, you got to get rid of the idea that being single is a bad thing. 1 Corinthians 7:8 says this: to the unmarried and the widows, I say it is good for them to remain what? Single, as I am. This is the Apostle Paul speaking. What is he saying? He's saying being single is a good thing. Watch this. I'm going to tell you what the problem is. The problem is, for those of us who are single and desire to be married, we're looking at all these married folks, and in our minds, that's what we want. Here's the problem with that. Problem with that is, all you see is the picture they paint. You see them in church, booed up, all hugged up. You don't know, they was just fighting on the way here over who left the grit pot on. You see the picture they paint, you see Facebook. Me and Bay, happily married, all this kind of stuff. Bay took me out to dinner. Yeah, but tell him the reason why. He been dogging you. It's makeup dinner. The grass always looks what? Watch this. Enjoy the season that you're in. And I'm not saying marriage is bad. I've been married for 15 years. I got a blessed marriage. It's not a problem-free marriage, but it's a blessed marriage. Joycelyn is the best thing that ever happened to me. God made her for me. I love her. God blessed me with her. Our marriage, it hadn't been 15 problem-free years, but it's been 15 good years. Not without issues, but it's been 15 good years. But watch this, though. Marriage, she'll tell you, it comes with its struggles. And the longer you're married, see, you romanticize the idea of being married. Especially those of us who've been married before, you forgot about the tough stuff because it's been a while since you've been married. See, but the longer you marry, the less romantic it is. The more intentional you got to be about making it romantic. Not for any bad reason, but just because life happens. Watch this. If you single, you go to work and you go home and now you can chill. If you married, you go to work and you go home and you still, thank you. And it's time to go to work again. Amen. And then you romanticize it. You forget about the aggravating parts about marriage. I saw a Facebook status the other day. One of y'all put up there, I can't wait to lie in bed and cuddle with the same person every night. See, you're romanticizing it. Why? Because married people don't lay in bed and cuddle every night. Come on, somebody. Get your feet off of me. Why you hogging on the cover? It's hot in here. It's cold in here. Turn the fan on. Cut the fan off. You snoring. I can't sleep. You musty. Take a shower. All right. I'll try to answer some more next week. Amen.